Okay, good afternoon. I'm attorney Nate Amendola, and this video I will be going through five random books that are on my bookshelf here in my office, and just talking about them a little bit and why I love them so much, or maybe I don't. Let's go through them. Okay, first random one is a book called Long Story Short by Margot Lightman. I remember reading this a couple years ago because I view my role as a trial lawyer and a criminal defense attorney as a storyteller. And I wanted a little help telling stories. So I recall reading this and researching a good storytelling book. I don't recall whether I loved it or not. I'm sure it was pretty good because I read the whole thing, but no real memory of it being awesome. But Margot, thank you for writing it. I'm sure it was great. Next book, Deep Work by Cal Newport. I definitely remember reading and have reread this many times and have gifted this to people. And this is probably one of my most recommended books. I absolutely love this book. This is a top 5 sort of business book for me. It really talks about how important it is to go deep and really think hard about sort of the intellectual work you're doing. So for us professionals, mind workers, as I like to call us, this book is absolutely essential. It's Deep Work by Cal Newport, who is awesome. Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World. I write about this a lot, how difficult it is right now with cell phones and apps and just all these constant demands in our time that really, and Cal talks about this too, that really reduce productivity and are a threat to our productivity. I think this is the anecdote. This book is essential reading, 5 stars, absolutely required. Go get it. Cal Newport, Deep Work. Thank you, Cal. Okay, next book. Again, these are just random. More Than Happiness, Buddhist, very important to me, and Stoic, also very important. Buddhist and Stoic Wisdom for a Skeptical Age by Antonia Macaro. I've read this. I've always thought it was the intersection between East and West, Eastern and Western philosophy, my 2 favorite philosophies. The Eastern Buddhist philosophy and the sort of Western Greek, or maybe it's Greco-Roman, I can't remember, Stoic philosophy. And I'm combining those two. I think there may be other books on that, but I thought this book was awesome, really, really good. A great read on, sort of being more quantumous with things and how to be happy. This was a great read. Definitely recommended. More Than Happiness, Buddhist and Stoic Wisdom for a Skeptical Age. Thank you, Antonia. Oh boy. This big thing. Count of Monte Cristo by the long dead Alexander Dumas. Also the author of The Three Musketeers, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the best book ever written, or one of them. I cannot tell you, this thing's huge. This is the unabridged version. I absolutely love this book. One of, in my opinions, the greatest works of fiction ever created. Just enchanting to read, so fun, so deep, such a hero's journey. The archetypal hero's journey. Just a wonderful book, a total bear to read. I'd like to thank my friend Ian Perry for recommending this to me probably 5 or 6 years ago. I had a couple false starts with it. I started reading it, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, and got maybe halfway through. I was like, this book's great, but too long. And then I recommitted, I don't know, a couple years ago and reread it, or finished it, I should say, start to finish. It's huge. It's like 1,200 pages. Don't be afraid. This thing is worth it. Top 5 fiction book for me. Count of Monte Cristo, Dumas, just unbelievably good. So good, I don't even know where to start. Go get it. Trust me, don't get the abridged version. Don't watch the movie to get the gist of it. That's not good. Read the whole dang thing. Another good one. Aldous Huxley, Island. One of, I don't know that this is his most well-known work. It's not, but it's great. It's another wonderful work of fiction, essentially about a utopia. These like, well, I don't want to give it away, but there's like this fellow who finds this island nation that's like super peaceful, and they have this medicine which is a psychedelic mushroom that like helps them, be happy, and like it's sort of a rite of passage that the kids take, which is maybe a little bit bizarre, but the book is wonderful. I loved this book. I'm a big Huxley fan. The Doors of Perception, another Huxley book that's folks know about. It's actually The Doors, the band The Doors, Jim Morrison, named themselves after that book. So I think that's kind of cool. But this is a great Huxley book. Island by Aldous Huxley. Good old Aldous is dead. But I thank him anyway for writing a great book. This is totally worth a read. I loved it. Not too long. Again, Huxley, the author of Brave New World, which we probably all read or remember trying to read in high school. This is a different thing. Read this.